Okay, come.
Sir, may I come in?
Yeah, please come.
Yes, sir.
Swagnik, good morning. Please sit down.
Thank you, sir.
You have a very interesting name. What does it mean?
Sir, actually, the name is Swagnik,
Okay.
but as the pronunciation changes in English, so my grandmother added a W on it. So it means that Lord Shivji sitting in front of fire and doing ahuti.
Alright. So, which place do you belong to?
Sir, I belong from Raiganj, Uttar Dinajpur in West Bengal.
Tell me something about your place.
So my place is famous for rasgulla, mishti doi, and various lot of sweets. Sir, it also has various old temples and mainly ruins which were broken down by Kala Nag, which was an Islamic terrorist back in those days. So it is also famous for the Baro Bhuiyan, which were a group of local political leaders, and so it is also famous for tribal societies like Santals and some Christian churches.
So, how many years have you spent there?
I have spent almost 17 years.
So, you were born there.
Yes, sir, I was born.
So, how has been your experience since morning today?
Sir, it has been quite nice. Today I learned to break through fear, and that how can fear can disturb even if you master something.
Okay, Swagnik, during the next about 40-45 minutes, we
Yes.
will talk more about you
Yes,
and cover various areas like your education, about your family, your interests, your hobbies, spare time activities, etc.
yes,
I have some idea about you going through the PIQ that you have submitted to me,
yes,
but that is not enough. I would like to know more. So you feel free to talk about yourself and your activities whenever we discuss it.
yes.
Since you are a student, I would like to start with your education part. In that, if you tell me about your education starting from class 10,
Class 10.
I would be interested to know your subjects that you liked, subjects that you did not care much about, grades and the percentages that you achieved in various exams, efforts put in by you towards co-curricular and extracurricular activities that were available to you in school.
Yes.
Which are the activities you participated and your achievements in those activities. Tell me about your friend circle. Whom do you feel are your close friends and why are they close to you? If there are some friends whom you avoided, you can tell me about them also. On the same lines, teachers whom you like very much and the ones who did not impress you. Lastly, you can tell me about your ambition in life and what efforts have you done so far towards your ambition and what are your efforts going to be in the coming times. Clear?
Yes.
Yeah, please start.
Sir, I completed my class 10th from St. Xavier's School, Raiganj.
Okay.
It's an ICSE school. Sir, in class 10th, I got 95.6%. Sir, for the subjects, I had physics, chemistry, mathematics, English, accompanied by English literature, Bengali, and computer. So, talking in general, I like all the subjects, but mostly I like to study about human development, culture, and how it all grew. So, if you're talking about class 10, co-curricular activities, I didn't participate much. But when I came to Cambridge International Secondary School, things got changed. Because here I got people with whom I can communicate about various ideas, and thus my mental horizon expanded. I participated in spelling competitions, quiz competitions, group discussions, speeches, and various things. Sir, I completed my class 12 from a CBSE board. I got 83%. And sir, talking about my friends, I have a friend called Sunan. His name is Sunan Kumar. I really like to talk with him because whenever we talk, the only discussions about what is happening in the world, about what is happening in India, the geopolitical scenario of India, about history of India, and how the India will lead the world in the future. As for friends whom I don't like, sir, I don't have any because I think that I can learn something from everybody, even including resilience. So talking about teachers, I don't think that I have the power to judge them. All of the teachers have taught me various things which have benefited me throughout my lifetime and also will be keeping on benefiting me in my future. Sir, can you please repeat the question after?
Yeah, tell me about the competitions, your ambition, your efforts to your ambition.
Sir, in class 12th, I had participated in spelling competition and quiz competition. In both, I have came first. And sir, talking about ambition, sir, my first ambition is to become a good person. And a person which can take care of his nation and can help in some manner to make the nation a better place for the people to live in. So I think that great revolutions like Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, Khudiram Bose had helped the country to gain independence, and now it's in our shoulders to protect the country and lead the country that was brought to independence by them.
So you get, you are impressed by some great leaders
Yes.
of the past. In the present times, whom do you feel is a good leader in the country?
So in my scenario, I don't think any leader is competent to be that much good like them in the present.
Why do you feel so?
So because I think Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose united the whole nation. Even peoples of various communities gave money, jewelries to support him. When INA didn't have any money, Netaji just went to the society and asked people, can you please give me gold? He asked mothers, can you please give me gold to help bring freedom to the country? He got gold in huge amount. And that gold was used to fuel the engine of INA. But in modern world, I don't think there is any leader which has so much caliber and so much power, who can unite the whole nation by a single word. And that's why I don't think no leader is competent.
You have done your class 10th from ICSE.
Yes.
And how did you plan to change to CBSE after class 10?
So actually, there's a myth among the Indians that if you want to participate in competitive exams, CBSE is better. So that's what I thought when I was 10th. So that's the reason I changed to CBSE.
So did you actually find it useful?
I have some doubts regarding it.
What are your doubts?
So my doubts is that if I would have written in ICSE, the things would have been same.
Nothing would have changed.
Yes.
So co-curricular activities like you said spell bee and all those kind of activities you have participated.
Yes.
Quiz. What made you, suddenly you became an extrovert, participating in various activities?
Sir,
What kind of awakening came in you?
so till class 10 I was not an introvert. But due to some family things, I was forced to stay inside the home. My grandmother used to think that there's a community called Turi. They are actually uncivilized people and they reside near our house. So my grandmother used to think that if I would go and play with them, I'll lose my mannerism. So that's why I was kept inside the house. So when I came in class 11th, I came to know that in this place, there are people coming from all over the country.
Okay.
And talking with them, I came to know about various things. And when I saw that they have the same interest as I have, I got a kick inside me which made me participate in all those things.
Okay. So from 95.6 in class 10th to 83% in class 12th, how would you justify this?
So that was not only change of marks, that's also a change of mentality, attitude towards people, behavior. So I think although I have lost my marks, I have gained a lot of knowledge about the world, about politics, about geopolitics, about friends, about society, about inner beliefs and how to face fear, how to talk in front of the public.
So you said you have a friend called Sunan.
Yes.
If I meet Sunan and ask about you, both plus and minus,
Yes.
what are the things he's going to tell me if he tells me the truth?
Yes, sir. If going by the positive, I think he would say about my behavior mostly because I have never behaved rudely with him, and I used to write to him some beautiful speeches, letters. He also used to like those. And you say if you say about the negative, he would have said that he thinks that I'm a bit religionistic. That I always try to bring in front that I'm a Bengali, I'm belong from Bengal community. I always try to act to be intellectual. That's what he would have said, according
So
to me.
what did you learn from your friend?
Sir, I learned that if you don't know one thing, don't be worried. You have a lot of other things to make up for that.
Okay, and what about the thing that you do not know?
I do not knew. So those things are how to socialize properly with people, how to have a proper discussion with people, how to get yourself adjusted in a local market.
Okay.
That's all I know.
So you told only about one friend.
Yes, sir.
What about your friendship with other boys and girls in the school?
So I have more friends like Krishna Chaudhary, Lavneet Patnaik, Unnati Kaur, Arpit Bhardwaj, Lavi Adhikari. I have learned a lot of things from them. From Lavi, I have learned how to perform better in the GTO.
Okay.
From Arpit, I have learned how to perform well in mathematics. For Navneet, I have learned how to stay motivated, how to stay happy in life, how to stay focused, how to enjoy life in the real mannerism. From Krishna Chaudhary, I have learned how to be a smart man.
Okay.
And from
See, you want to join the armed forces.
yes,
What do you feel are the qualities required in an armed forces officer? And which of these qualities are there in you? And where have you shown these qualities?
Yes, sir. Sir, I am not good at performing sports. That's what I think. But I think that I can use it. By practicing, I can better myself in those fields. So when I came to this place, I was not able to perform my GTO tasks, mainly in the field. And there I got a mentality that never give up. And I think a never give up is an attitude that an officer must have, which will help him to improve his tasks. So secondly, it's how to socialize with people. If an officer is able to socialize with people, he will not be only able. So I would like to bring forth an example.
Yes, you can.
Sir. There is a military leader in the Maratha Empire called Tanaji. Tanaji had a huge amount of socializing power. With the help of that, he convinced the whole village community that how can they benefit from the military expeditions by Maratha, and that's how he defeated one of the huge army which was localized in a fort. So I think socialization is a huge characteristic required by officer. And thirdly, sir, the ability to perform well in competition. So there is various people who perform well alone, but when they are brought forth in front of competitive people, they lose their morale and they get defeated. So that's what I think, that one should have the competitive ability.
Okay, so they are the qualities. Now, out of these, which qualities are there in you, and which are the other qualities that you are trying to develop to become suitable?
I have the quality that never give up. I have faced various difficulties when I came here. I was unable to communicate with people, but my friends helped me, my teachers helped me.
Okay.
So never give up I think, is a very good thing. Secondly, competitive ability. So I didn't have the ability to compete in competitions, but when I participated in Spell Bee and various other speeches, I got a huge amount of confidence. So for the first time I went to give a speech in the stage, I was not even able to utter a single word. The whole crowd was laughing.
Mm-hmm.
My teachers were making fun of me. In the second place when I did that, the same thing happened. But when I came in class 12, I gave a speech about India, and that's how things started to improve. So competitive ability and the qualities that I would like to inculcate in me, sir, is that to remain more lively, to be more happy in life, to be satisfied with what you have and to work for the next thing.
See, now this is, now you are class 12 pass.
Yes.
You are qualified class 12. You had an opportunity to appear in NDA exam while being in class 12. What happened to that attempt?
So, if I go for the truth, I thought that I was not made for this thing. But I had a mistake, which I understood after.
Why so?
I started to focus more on technology and communication based things. I thought that I would have to make my career on information technology and artificial intelligence. But after everything got settled down, I understood that I am not made for those things. And I had made a huge mistake not studying properly for that examination.
So now, you are planning to join armed forces, you are keen to join armed forces. By any chance, if you are not able to make it,
so
then what is going to be the alternate option, career option? Suppose due to any reason, if you are not able to join armed forces.
So I will try to graduate from any academy, and after that I will give serious. But I will try my best. Till the end, I will try my best.
Agreed. You will try your best to join the armed forces, and I hope and wish you will join. But say by any chance, if there is some issue where you cannot join, then
sir, I will apply for UPSC.
Okay.
I will become an IFS officer, and I will try to improve the image of India in the world stage, and also I will take actions to improve those.
How do you compare the career of a military officer to career of a civil servant?
Civil servant, yes. So when I was coming to Dehradun from my hometown, in train I met with a military officer who is serving as a colonel in the army.
Mm-hmm.
He asked me, do you think that even 90% of the IS officers can qualify SSB? I said, sir, I don't have any idea about it. He said no. And then he explained it to me that to stay in military background, you will require various other qualities, which is practical thinking to a huge amount, tension handling in the battleground where your comrades are dying by shooting by bullets. In case of IS, he will face mental tension to such extent, to a normal extent, but not as a military officer. So this is a difference I think both of them have.
Okay, that gives me some idea about your education and related activities background. Now we will shift focus towards your family.
Yes.
So please tell me about your parents, that is father, mother,
Yes.
their education, their occupation,
Yes.
what kind of activities you participate in your house,
Yes.
whom do you approach whenever you have a problem or when you want to confide some secret. Also about the other members of your family like your brothers, sisters, grandparents if they are staying with you. How do you meet your monetary requirement?
Yes.
Who gives you that money and how do you exploit that money?
So at first I would like to say you that, say in West Bengal, we have a imagery, the normal thing is that the woman is the head of the family.
Okay.
Whatever a male counterpart earns, he gives the whole amount to the mother so that she can channelize the whole earth. So in Bengal we worship Ma Durga, and Ma Durga is the image which I see in my mother. My mother's name is Anita Bhattacharji. My father is Sudipta Bhattacharji. They both have graduated. My father has done his BCom and mother has done it in history. So earlier my father used to work in as a contractor in Geo Reliance. But due to some unavoidable circumstances, the company blocked the whole amount of money that he used to get. That valued nearly to 76 lakhs. So he suffered huge losses in that business. And later on, he changed into corporate world. And so talking about my mother, she's a housewife. And sir, can you please repeat the next question?
Their education level, how do you spend time together, your activities at home, whom do you approach whenever you have a problem, your pocket money, and your activities with the neighborhood.
Yes. So my mother has grew up in a village, so she has connected quite a lot well with her neighbors. So that's what she says me that if something's happened to you, the first people to save you will not be your friends, your relatives, but the neighbors who stay near you. So you should maintain a good relation with them. So secondly, my mother has taught me how to go to a marketplace and do the marketing all things because I didn't know how to do bargaining. So they used to fool me. So one day my mother took me to the marketplace and she said to me that this is how you have to do it. And so talking about monetary needs, I don't ask them for money. When I need it, they simply give it to me. Other than that, there is no need of it. And so how I spend time with them, mostly we watch Bengali films or Hindi films because my mother doesn't like to watch English films. Sometimes we also spend time by talking about life, talking about various stories, philosophies, technologies in the world. And so that's
So what are your, what kind of contribution you have to your house?
To your house. So I think that I actually when I went home this time, I helped my sister in her studies. So I have helped in academics. I've also helped in doing the marketings. So I've also decreased the pressure on my father. I also go to the post office to distribute, to submit the money there. Also thus decreasing the pressure on my mother. I also go to different places if she wants to say something to someone else. And so that's.
So what advice your parents give you for your improvement?
They said to me that never give up. Always think that even if you're not the best, you do the best you can, then you will count to something. And always respect girls, women, and always remember that at the till end of the day, the people will stay with you and not your friends, relatives, but the parents who have brought you to this world.
So why such categorical statement that your parents say respect girls and ladies? Why is it so?
Sir, my mother think that. So actually what happened with her that I would like to say. When she was newly married, my grandfather didn't used to like her. So she faced various problems in the house. But as time passed on, my mother observed that my Bua, who is my, in Bengali we say Pishi, in English I don't know the term, she's my father's sister. She also started facing the same problems. So my mother said that if you disturb any girl, ill behave with her, then that thing will come to your own child, or your own mother, or your own sister. So that's what she says me to respect.
Just because it is going to come to your own family doesn't mean that that is the reason you should do it. As a general thing, you should do it.
No, so that's just obviously the general thing. I also do it.
And when have you spent maximum money in a single day on yourself? And what did you do?
So the maximum money was when I was in class 10. I didn't know much about NDA. So there was an academic called Cavalier. So my father said me to pay 15,000 to it. So that's the highest amount of money that I have ever used for coaching. It was for coaching purposes.
So when did you go to Cavalier?
I didn't go. It was online classes. But unfortunately, suddenly Corona changed everything. Our exam came to the doors, so it was quite a lot hampered.
So did you get the refund? No.
No, I didn't get the refund.
And what are the responsibilities you are handling in the house?
In the house, I do the marketing. I take my sister to the tuition classes. I sometimes, if my mother is ill, I try to cook the food. Just like frying a brinjal, frying a papad. And then I take my dog for a outing. I go to the temple to inform the Purohit about some rituals and all.
So whom do you approach when you need to tell some problem? Who is your go-to person in the house?
Till class 10 it was my mother, but after 11 both of them I approached. Because I've understood that my father is like a shell, who always has been protecting me, which I haven't understood yet. So, a few times ago I had a dream in which I saw my father is ill and tears came into my eyes. And after the dream I understood that my father is so much important to me.
Before that you were not aware?
I was aware. But sir, there were some family problems, some ill behaviors, some...
Okay. So what challenges have you faced, as a student or as a son in the family?
So as a student I have faced a problem in class 4. So in class 4 what happened that I was not that good in academics during that time. So I used to get very, very low marks. So one day what happened that I got my report card. I didn't show it to them. So later on, and I was feeling very guilty. I was unable to sleep, not able to talk, not able to eat properly. So I learned that guilty is one thing which I will have to overcome in my life, and that can be only overcome by hard work.
Finally, did you show the result or not?
Yes, sir. In class 10 I showed.
Fine. So if I have to ask you that, in your parents, one quality they should change in themselves to become better, what quality would be that?
So I can't judge them. Whatever I am, because of them. So I don't see anything that they have to change to be better.
But nobody is perfect.
So I know that. So I'd like to highlight an example. So perfection is not beauty. Imperfect thing is what brings beauty in this universe.
So tell me some personality related aspect in both of them.
Both of them. Sir, my father is very caring. He's actually a very he actually is like Lord Shiva to some extent. He's a very well-to-do person.
Mm-hmm.
He sometimes even get fooled easily because of other people psychology try to control him. But I think there is a beauty in it, that love he has. And talking about my mother, she sees strength. She is the reason that what I am today. Whenever I used to do something wrong, she was the first person to say me that you're doing it wrong. Just the gaze of her eyes used to instill fear in me.
And when is your parents' wedding anniversary?
So it's 25th of May.
25th May.
Yes.
Tomorrow.
Yes.
What are you going to do for that?
So actually now we have Android phones, so I will call him. I will inform him. I will just say happy anniversary.
Tell me something about your spare time activities. What are your hobbies? What are your interests? How do you utilize the time that you have apart from your studies and normal day-to-day routines?
Yes.
I would like to know your routine on a Sunday.
On a Sunday.
That whenever you have some time, what do you read? What do you watch on TV in case you have access to TV? Whether it is newspaper you read or internet, what do you do?
Yes.
Tell me.
Since Sundays, the Sunday basically starts with a good morning sleep. And then our mother provides us tea. After that, everybody goes to their job. So a few Sundays ago, as my exams has already finished, so I used to watch detective movies of Byomkesh Bokshi and various others, mainly Bengali detective movies. So if you talk about the internet, I like to watch videos about international affairs, about geopolitics, about what is going on in the world, about evolution, about mankind, about the human life, about history, about geography, and all of those things. And so if I say about the routine, it starts with good morning sleep. After getting up, I take bath, and after that I recite the Gita. I read Gita every day, so I mainly recite the Gita. After that we have a conversation. I have a conversation with my mother, with my sister, with my father. After that we do our breakfast. Then everybody go for their chores, and I start watching geopolitical videos. And in the evening we all once again have a good talk. We have our tiffin, and the night ends with a good dinner.
What about games and sports?
Games and sports. Sir, I was not that much included in the sports, but I used to play badminton as in my spare time. And I also like to ride cycle and to run to some extent.
What all sports facilities are available in your school and which one do you utilize?
So in my previous school, actually was the problem. There was a problem, sir. Only the Santhali students, the Adivasis, were allowed to participate in the sports mainly. So I didn't get so much proper facilities to participate in the sport. But in house, I used to play badminton with my friends, with my neighborhood people. And when I came to Cambridge International School, there I used to run with my friends. We used to play badminton. We used to play some chess some days. That's also.
So badminton used to be in the badminton court or the open ground?
Sometimes we were in the open ground. If the badminton court was free, then we used to play there.
So do you have the access to newspaper?
Yes, sir. We have the access to newspaper.
Every day you are able to read?
Yes, sir. I read it every day.
So what is your, you must have gone through the death of Iranian president.
Yes.
What is your judgment?
Yes, sir. My judgment is that there's a reason behind it. So recently, US has put various sanctions over the Iranian government. The sanction has also caused them a problem because they are unable to import proper aviation facilities like equipments.
Okay.
So I think that it was due to that reason the helicopter got crashed. And so if you talk about the Israeli perspective, I don't think that Israel, the Mossad, would go to such a huge extent to murder the Iranian president. So one more thing I would like to say that right now, before else, the Iran's president was Raisi. Its supreme leader is Ali Khamenei. So what actually happened that Ali Khamenei had a son, who is something Khamenei, I don't know his name. So what happened that I think there was a competition between Raisi and Khamenei because Raisi was to become the supreme leader after Ali. And that's the reason I think there was some internal tussle that he got killed by some internal political members. So the reason that Khamenei's son becomes the next supreme leader. So that's my point of view.
So is it done by somebody or it's actually an accident?
So I think it has been done by somebody because he's a huge leader and such a leader dying by such a small helicopter accident in a remote area without any facilities of hospitalization or not even forest cover is there, not even proper housing facilities near it. Why would the helicopter in first place was flying there? I think the president doesn't have proper idea of the geography of Iran. He was actually sent there by some political elements and then some problems were instilled in the helicopter so the helicopter would crash there.
So even pilot was involved?
Huh?
Pilot also must have lost his life.
Yes, sir. Pilot has also.
You think pilot was also, he committed suicide?
Maybe he was just instructed by the higher ups. He didn't know about the problems the helicopter would have. There is also a conspiracy theory which I heard that it was a laser weapon which was used by the Americans to destroy the helicopter.
And like we have some rogue countries.
Yes,
Like everyone says North Korea there is a problem.
Yes.
So does a country like North Korea have some friends?
So actually they have friends. So what I think that in geopolitical scenario, their friends only occur when you have resources. And those resources are actually missiles, bombs, armaments which are provided by China.
Okay.
So China I think is a political friend to North Korea. And as China's political theory is quite similar to Russia. So I think Russia and North Korea are also have some kind of relations. As talking about Japan, which is an enemy of North Korea and lies quite close to them. So that's and Japan is also a friend of US. So I think Russia, North Korea, and China have some kind of friendship going between them.
We have discussed so much about you. We discussed about your education, about your family, about your interests, hobbies, and so many things.
Yes.
But nobody can claim to know you more than yourself.
Yes.
So tell me one quality that you feel is a massive and biggest asset in your personality, and two qualities that you would like to improve or change.
So one quality is that I feel happy when others are happy.
Okay.
I've seen that when people love, when the people say that they are happy, I feel really happy. This is the quality I would like to improve. That I would like to get more lively. And secondly, I would like to be more confident because I think that if you don't even have the knowledge, confidence is the thing that makes out for it.
So to be confident and to be more likely, you can explain the steps that you are taking.
So to be more confident and participating in speeches and participating in lectures and participating in group discussions.
Okay.
And sir, to be more happy, I'm trying to communicate more in a better manner with my friends. I'm trying to play with them normal mobile games in which all friends will be included. I'm trying to play Ludo with them. I'm trying to sing with them. I'm trying to be more involved with them by playing games and doing various other things like GTO.
Why do you feel this liveliness is so important?
So it was said by my GTO also. Sir, because recently I was giving my lecture. After completing it, my sir, our GTO sir said that you are very good in all of the perspectives, I would say, but you stopped at the end bit, and it was because of anxiety. So he said that it was because of liveliness, and the reason I had my anxiety.
Okay, Swagnik, very nice talking to you. I had a wonderful interaction, and I have been asking all the questions. I would like to extend
Yes,
a chance to you that if you have any question, you can ask.
my question. So I'd like to ask you a question. What is your most adventurous and most life-risking thing you have ever faced in the Navy?
See, every time you go out to sea, it is a big challenge, and nothing major life risking. But only thing is, at times there have been cyclones. At times we have been involved in the operations at sea. So anything, it could have turned into anything. But fortunately for us, we were able to handle all those situations well. Nothing went wrong. And when I look back, I feel very satisfied that despite at that time we felt the ship is tossing up and down at sea, or we are surrounded by militants, or we are moving into the terrorist areas. But then we were able to handle and complete our operation the way we wanted. That's very satisfying.
So if I can, I would like to just give an example of a person. Sir, a long time ago, I was watching YouTube shorts. Suddenly a video of our national security advisor, Ajit Doval, came there. He was saying that I'm not afraid in the situation. But when every calamity has ended, when I'm resting in my house, I'm taking a sip from a cigarette. That in that moment I'm thinking, what would have happened if the bullet have gone wrong? What would have happened? The mistake would have committed by me in that place.
So it always, when you look back, you can always think what it is the moment that is important. Looking back has got nothing to do. You can learn lessons, improve for the next time. But you cannot worry and you cannot cry by whatever has gone past.
Yes.
That should teach you lessons for your improvement next time. Yes. Nice talking to you and a wonderful interaction I had. So whatever are your plans in the evening, go ahead with your plans.
Yes.
And wish you good luck. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.